Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Hello and welcome to the late Apex presented by myself, Sam Fitzpatrick, alongside David Sampson here from the Apex Racing TV Esports studio. And today we are going to be discussing Mario Kart for one of the first times ever. We're going to be discussing the conclusion of F1 sim racing. We're going to be talking about new games which have been teased in the past 7 days as well as our favourite April Fools as well, some of which I fell for. How are you, David, on this Thursday?
I am good. Survived April Fools without being caught out like yourself. But yeah, no, I'm good. Just been it's just a quiet week on iRacing, so it's always a bit weird for me when I'm floating around trying to find something to do.
Sure. What have you been racing on iRacing this week?
I haven't done an official yet.
Oh, really? Okay,
No.
sure.
Seriously, nothing.
Well, let's not talk about iRacing yet, but we will be talking about iRacing a little later on. Let's start with Mario Kart, and I appreciate some people may not be interested, so feel free to skip ahead. I'll include the chapters if you're watching this back. If you're live, then sucks for you. But Mario Kart, we have details about the new game. Of course, the new Switch was announced yesterday as we're recording this, when it comes to like the pricing and the release date, and Mario Kart was one of the games which is going to be included from the start, and it looks like it's a pretty big upgrade after a very long wait for a new one.
Yeah, I mean, it's their release title for sure. They're really using the popularity of this game that they haven't released in 11 years to sell the console. I'm excited. Like, I loved everything they announced. They've doubled the car grid. I think doubled. I think it was 12. Anyway, we've got 24 car grid. I mean, we're ahead of Rennsport here.
Yeah.
Well ahead of Rennsport. Interconnected open world. I love this. Like, we've all done it. We've all completed the campaigns on 50, 100, on 50, 200, reverse. Then you go for time trial hunting. Then you go for the time trial pro times. And then you're done. Then you can just have fun in multiplayer and mess around. They've added a knockout mode. Similar to, is it Fall Guys?
Sure.
Or Trackmania.
Battle Royale.
Yeah. Or if you watch Trackmania Cup of the Day, same principle. The bottom 4 of the grid of 24 will be disqualified, and you won't be in the next round. And you keep playing through until you whittle down to be the winner. And let's say full open world, not just open world where you can leave the circuit, but you can leave the circuit and keep going and explore terrain. They've added loads of fun things to find and explore and race with teammates and mess around with. You can drive from track to track, which I found quite cool. You can literally traverse the world, and rather than Xing out the game and driving to going to a different track, you can just drive to it, which we've joked around in sim racing would be the dream.
to be able to drive your motorhome to another circuit. We have got a trailer for it here. Oops. Yep. And so one of the things that did sort of I noticed was that, I mean, it doesn't look any different to past Mario Kart games, but that's not what it's about. Like, in the end, the switches are always going to be fairly
the screen's taken a bump from 720 to 1080p, and they've added 4K support through the TV HUD. But no, I agree. They've kept the art style, which was nice. If they'd have ruined the art style, so I'm hoping it does look crispy on the new console. But yeah, I mean, the mechanics look really similar. It doesn't look like anything's too heartily changed. Obviously, you see all these shots are zoomed out, and that is to show you that there's other stuff to explore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm sure there'll be patches down the line, you know, like pay 30 quid in 2 years for the Zelda characters, or they actually did a deal with Mercedes in the last game.
Oh, yeah?
Where you could get an AMG and drive that.
There was a sim racing team, wasn't there, recently, or a driver maybe, that we were looking at their team, and they were like, oh yeah, we take part in ATC, iRacing, and Mario Kart.
That's right.
Have they ever? Do you know if they've ever done like a LAN, like World Championship?
No idea, but I would have been there.
Yeah.
To compete, obviously.
Oh yeah.
We are hearing $80 on release, so you know, £65, £67. But, I mean, they can charge what they want. If you're a Mario Kart fan, you're a Mario Kart fan, you're already sold. You don't judge the price. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
So I don't. Games are getting expensive, and this is their rare release title.
Very good question in chat from Devil. Thanks for tuning in. What tracks are close enough in real life to drive between them? Do you know any? None.
Well, no, my aspect was flight sim, helicopter sim.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sure.
you wouldn't just drive. You would jump in a helicopter and fly there, or you drive to the local airport, fly the plane, land, get in a rental, and drive there. Yeah, so I was thinking on a game I'm working on, full open world.
Sure.
Every track, planes, helicopters, cars.
Yeah.
Fully interconnected online. Everyone's online at the same time.
Mm. Yeah. So just a couple of years down the line till that comes out.
Yeah, it's a 2-car grid at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, that question's really got me thinking that I think they're too close, like Spa and Zandvoort, I think are pretty close one. Maybe like, I think sort of that Belgium, like Zolder in there as
what
well.
About
I think Belgium and Netherlands.
Sebring, Daytona?
But I think they're very far though.
I'm trying to
Lloyd's
think.
is a big place, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So I think small places like Netherlands and Belgium, I reckon those tracks are all going to be basically on top of one. UK, everything's very spread out. We've sort of got one track in each corner of the UK, really. So, no, but that's a good question. Let us know in comments, by the way, if you know the answer. But yeah, looks pretty cool. Does Mario Kart.
It's going to work out so expensive. We spoke about this off air, but to get it at home, for me and my wife to play it, you have to buy the console, the game, and 2 controllers. They do this to me every time, right? I bought the Wii, the Wii U. I bought a 2DS. I was not sold by the 3DS.
Sure.
A Switch, and now I'm getting a Switch too for a game. I'm going to spend 500 quid for a game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd never do that in iRacing.
But yeah, let us know if you think you are going to buy that stuff as well. But moving on, let's talk about F1 sim racing and Jarno Opmeer, who has won his 3rd F1 title. Congratulations to him. It was a close fought one. He sort of led the championship the whole way, I think, pretty much from the first LAN event, I believe. But Thomas Ronhaar ran him pretty close. And going into the final race, Ronhaar was 21 points behind. I think it's normal F1 point scoring system. And so basically if Ronhaar won and Opmeer was, I guess, 8th or lower, then Ronhaar will win the title. And Ronhaar took pole, and Opmeer was down in 14th place. So he had a lot of catching up to do, and it did look like there could be a huge swing.
It was almost like Vettel Interlagos, or is it when we had this situation?
Yeah, 2012 was quite similar. Yeah, where it could perhaps happen, but he didn't really do a great job of it in the end, did Thomas? He fell back.
Yeah, I saw this.
And then these were the closing stages, and at this point it was over. Ronhaar had to win the race, and he's standing 6th place. And I don't think he had the time, and I think he had a bit of end plate damage as well.
He did have damage, yeah.
The two championship rivals went side by side. Opmeer had better pace in the closing stages, went the long way round, that you can see here, and then tried to pass Ronhaar, who immediately squeezed him pretty hard here. But Opmeer was able to get past.
Yeah, just Ronhaar just tumbled back car by car. Better say he did have end plate damage.
But this was the controversy.
Yeah.
A place which really isn't a corner, isn't a passing spot. It's so fast nowadays since they opened up this for 3rd sector. And it, yeah, was very desperate, and it cost him pretty bad.
Well, it was over anyway, right?
But he would have finished 2nd place in the championship. I believe he finished 4th in the end and lost
okay.
about 20 grand in prize money.
Whoa! Okay, I didn't know that.
And obviously his reputation as well. I mean, these guys have got to make sure that their market's full and stuff, and he didn't exactly cover himself in glory on that one. Red Bull won the teams, who of course Opmeer represents, so congratulations to them. But yeah, I was a bit surprised that he could lose his cool like that. I don't know if it's a different culture on F1, like sim racing. I know that it has happened in PESC before, where we have had intentional wrecks, but it's, yeah, that seems really bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Ronhaar. I get on with him well. I know him from more the iRacing world than the Formula 1 world. And, I mean, this season especially did seem like a little bit of a different driver, let's say. I mean, I literally watched him this morning on iRacing. Yeah, I don't know. But there was just a lot of stake. I don't know. I can't speak for him and his demeanour. It came across, yeah, like maybe a bit desperate and over the top, but it might have just been just a bunch of badly timed decisions, and they just escalated. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not sure. It's hard because these guys, you have to give it all, right, to be at the tippity top. You have to leave nothing on the track. You saw how close it was. And we know Ronhaar has the pace to be a F1 champion. We all know that. So maybe that's just boiling over, a little bit. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so it was not good of him, but congratulations to Opmeer, and another very fun season of F1 sim racing.
It was a fun season. It was just a bit overshadowed. Like, obviously on social media, Ronhaar didn't do himself any favours on Twitter, let's say.
Also, as a Hulkenberg fan, nice to see a Sauber somewhere near the front, because we're not going to score points for the rest of the season. I forgot to mention earlier on, but this episode is sponsored by Apex Racing League Touring Car Britain 2025. So if you are interested in the TCR cars, we've got a new series from Apex Racing League coming up. It's going to be broadcast from us guys here in the studio, and it's going to be 10 rounds, but copying the real life tracks from the BTCC schedule. It will be on Thursday evenings, but the Thursday before each real life round. So it's going to take us all the way into October. It's going to be a very long championship, and we'll try to replicate as many elements from the real life series as we possibly can. So do make sure to check out the apexracingleague.com website. We've already had a decent number of entries. I think we had our 18th entry earlier today after being open for just a few days. So hoping to get to that 51 car limit that we have set for this season. Shall we talk about April Fools?
We should. What a day to wake up and read something and think, wait, what on earth is happening? I mean, on a side note, which isn't covered in the notes, but you made me think of it, Jarno Opmeer tweeted retiring from F1 sim racing. Three championships is more than enough. But yeah, let's go through them. You know more about this first one.
So yeah, I was an idiot. So I think this might be a bit of a personal one, and if Thomas is listening, because we know that Thomas does watch the show quite every now and again. So Thomas, for Traction, which I treat as a very serious and reliable news source, wrote this article about Box and Stop. And I mean, obviously, initially, it's like who's going to believe that a game is going to launch in 2031 as a beta,
Enclosed beta,
and then full release in 2037? But I kept on reading. And I got really excited about this because this is basic. So there's a clip I was going to show it earlier on, but I think it'd be a bit boring. But basically, 6 months ago, we had, and I think you pretty much summarized it in about 4 sentences, the exact game that we want, which is a game without licensed tracks, because we just want tracks which are interesting. Don't waste money on expensive tracks. Made up cars, so cars which look a bit like a Mustang but aren't actually a Mustang. And yeah, like that would be like the main figures of it. And this is exactly what it was. So either Thomas just agrees with us, or he was like targeting us. Especially, he also mentions NFTs.
NFTs.
The way that the in-game economy works. And then I got about halfway down and I finally realised my mistake. So congratulations to Thomas on that one, because I was fooled for about 5 minutes.
Very impressive.
Embarrassingly.
I had a good one from iRacing. The little tight cars. A career in motorsport begins with our very first set of wheels. That's why we're excited to announce that we've scanned the Little Tykes Cozy Coupe and we'll be adding it to iRacing service in a future update.
Did you have one of these when you were younger?
I don't think so. I might have used one because I had a little sister and I might have stolen her. But no, I don't remember if it was this brand.
I don't know if it was this brand necessarily, but I had a red and yellow one, which basically looks the exact same. And up until about high school, whenever I had friends come round my house, because my garden had a hill, we would go down there and try not to die, basically, in one of those.
Be honest,
things.
you've still got it.
Fun. Yeah, it's still in the shed.
Yeah.
Like, I might bring it out every now and again. So, good memories in one of them.
On the subject of NFTs, I love this one from Gridfinder because they put a lot of effort into this one. They announced the Gridfinder coin. Decentralized racing for the masses. We're thrilled to introduce the Gridfinder coin, the world's first blockchain-based currency built exclusively for sim racers. From now on, everything on Gridfinder runs on Gridfinder coins. Want to race? That'd be 5 coins. Change your livery? 3 coins. Breathe near the leaderboard? You're going to need a wallet. Just thinking about racing? That's half Gridfinder coin, plus gas fees, of course. In the future of racing, kind of. Welcome to the new era where speed meets crypto, because why not? Launching today, April 1st, obviously. And then I even like this. Read more by clicking on the logo in the top of our site. So this was a clever marketing push to get you to actually go to their website, because in the top left of their website, their logo was spinning. And when you hovered over it, it said April's Fools. So it was very clever.
By the way, this has actually been done, but like it has actually been done like years ago. SimRacer coin exists, so if you do want to buy crypto in sim racing, then you can do this. I don't think the website's been updated in about 3 years, but
so
it's a thing.
Let me just check something. 'Cause I think it was SimRacer coin. You know, I always joke that I am a pro sim racer because I earned money, thus becoming a pro.
Oh, you got paid in SimRacer coin, did you?
I did get paid in it was a crypto competition. I just don't remember. No, it was tracks. It wasn't them. No.
Okay. No,
but
this is
so
quite outdated, this one, yeah.
I do remember that though.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, up next. This was brilliant. This might be the winner. We'll have to decide who wins, but effort went into this one. Moza, big news. Introducing the Moza Racing Toaster. We're excited to unveil the direct drive toaster designed for the ultimate toasting experience. 10 Newton meters of torque per slice, Hall effect browning sensors, 1000 hertz polling rate for the perfect crunch. Just a friendly reminder, please do not put bread in your wheelbase. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, I like the render, and
Does look like good toast.
Well, but only 2 slots, which is a bit underwhelming, right?
True.
I think for Moza, you'd want at least 4.
Very impressive, though. I liked that one. I think it was one of the first ones I woke up to. Fanatec. I actually caught this one today, so it didn't do well. Fanatec running Doom. Can it run Doom? So this is quite cool. Yes, it can. That's cool. I appreciated this one. But unfortunately, it's definitely not going to win anything because I didn't pick up on this until post April Fools.
You haven't bought a Fanatec product because of it, and therefore it cannot win.
Race room cockpit customizations. I actually want this.
This might be my favorite one because I think in the end the diagram that they do maybe does look a bit jokey, but like I could buy this.
Yeah.
Like, I think customization, could happen.
Yeah. Tired of your sim racing cockpit feeling too realistic? We've got you covered. In the next update, we'll introduce purchasable in-game gadgets to decorate your virtual cockpit. Yeah, I want these. Head bobbin, some dice, fluffy wheel. Very good. 2 more. I mean, this one was just a silly one, but aren't they all? Thrustmaster. We know sim racing can be intense, and all that focus is required to perform on track. So don't let your body odor distract you from your goals. Introducing the T5 Mel, very clever, the first air freshener specifically designed for sim racing. You've got Monza Breeze, Odor Spa, that's genius, or Nürburgring Green. Banish the funk, keep the speed.
Yep, fan of that.
I do worry that some of these companies spent more on the April Fool's joke than they did some of their products.
Yeah, I'm surprised just how much. In the end, at Apex, it just didn't come to mind. It's always April Fool's is one of those things where I think, oh, how fun would it be to do an April Fool's? But I think that in like October.
Yeah.
And then it comes around to like March the 31st, and I think, oh, we've missed our chance now.
AMS2. I mean, this should be in anyway. Add in a chopper that you fly around to view the track. I mean, this is part of the thing I keep banging on about, flying track to track.
Yeah.
Come on, how hard can it be?
Oh, yeah, to render the entire world, and extra vehicles.
Or just integrate flight sim.
Yeah, just get flight sim, yeah.
Gran Turismo. Gran Theft Auto, sorry.
Just get the code, copy it, and paste it into iRacing, and then that's how it works, right?
Bam. So I think that's everything. There was a few others, but they just didn't make the cut. We had enough to go through. Obviously, we had our fresh round of drivers announcing their retirement from sim racing. But obviously, it's April 1st, so you can't take them seriously. I couldn't take anything seriously. I don't even read the news on that day.
Hey.
So I'm fed up with reading, then trying to research if this is true.
Do you remember iRacing's 2017 April Fools?
Was it the iPhone release?
No, that was 2013, I think.
So what was this?
2017, they did an April Fool's, and it was one word, and the word was dirt.
No?
You don't know about this? This is a legendary thread. I assume it still exists on the old forums. But yeah, they posted just one word, dirt, and people were like, ha ha ha, imagine if dirt came to
I didn't know that.
That'd be insane. And then weeks passed, months passed, and people were like, they haven't said it was an April Fool's. And then I think it was 1 year later that they released the first renders of dirt.
Ah.
You were probably pre-dirt hype, but anyone in chat will remember dirt was massive when it was announced. Like apps like 2017, 2018, 2019. Huge talk about dirt. Like people were obsessed with the idea that dirt was coming to iRacing. And yeah, now it's something that we sort of forget, and I guess Rain became sort of the replacement. But even Rain, I don't think ever really overtook what dirt was.
This was the one I remember. I'll show a quick short.
2015, yeah.
You remember this one?
And people bought this
Yeah.
as well. People.
This was a hard-working one.
Hi, I'm Jack Davidson with iRacing.com, and today we're finally ready to announce an exciting new chapter for our company, iRacing Mobile.
I love his loot.
iRacing Mobile will be migrating the service exclusively to your smartphone and tablet.
We've been talking about the mobile.
Yeah, very good, very good.
It's not starting from.
Very good. I liked this one. I liked this one.
Yeah.
One I fell for not fell for, but you know, like you get a bit confused initially. It was by Google, and it was about 20 years ago. I don't know. It was for improving your Wi-Fi signal. It was actually well thought out, but just give me a second. There was like this reel of rope with these things on it, and you put it in the toilet, you held one end and you flushed it, and they showed this visual diagram of it going through your pipes and then being distributed throughout your house. And then like, I'm like, what is happening? They connect this little thing tight round and then it plugs in. It's like, and now you have improved Wi-Fi. I was like, what's happening? Like, am I losing my mind? And then I remembered what day it is. But yeah, it was brilliant.
Well, so like the idea was that you could connect to the wire, and now the wire's gone through
No,
your
it was
whole
just
house.
better signal throughout your house.
Just
your
because
Wi-Fi.
you put something in your toilet.
Yeah, no, that these were relays or whatever to relay Wi-Fi. Like, I don't know. I was really confused. Oh. Yeah, some people spend a lot of time on them.
You need to be careful though with these, right? Like, because people buy so much stuff that they see on social media. Like, you can't promote something dangerous anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you probably could, but now people will just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, let us know if there are any other good April Fools that you guys saw. Let's talk about Nacon. Nacon obviously do various like sim race or like gaming hardware.
Yeah, they've moved into sim hardware as well recently, haven't they?
They've moved into sim hardware. So they released a trailer for their REVOSIM, which is their sim racing hardware brand. However, as part of this, they also gave a little bit of a hint as to their upcoming game, Endurance Motorsport, which we haven't really seen anything about for over a year.
I remember this being advertised. I just merged it in my head with Project Motor Racing.
Yeah, the names are too similar.
Because this isn't sim racing. This is like all the behind the scenes. I think it goes into endurance, isn't it?
There's a good video by Traction, who drove the game last year, and basically the idea is that you can drive around and then press a button at any moment. You don't have to come into the pits, you can just press a button at any moment. So these are the couple of renders that we've got of the game. It's not a whole lot. Also a couple of Rennsport little bits. Anything that isn't as Spark is a Rennsport thing, because obviously Nacon are releasing the game on console, are releasing Rennsport on console. They're like the publisher for it. So it's like a mixture of the two games. But yeah, Endurance Motorsport is like you can like switch between team manager and driver at the click of a button. Basically, is the
So
idea.
it might just be utilising Rennsport underneath and...
No, I think it's a different...
Oh, it is, yeah?
It's their own... It's the KT engine thing. It's designed by Killerton, or however you pronounce that.
I have to look into that.
Who did... Of course, they've done Test Drive and the WRC games. It honestly, I'm not an expert on KT, but KT generally haven't got a great record. Their recent games are the WRC games, which obviously is now EA, and Test Drive Solar Crown, which I think has been perceived as very negative because it's like an unfinished game. So I'm not holding out hope, but yeah, at least we've got some footage that actually exists still. Endurance Motorsport series.
Yeah, I see it on Steam.
Yeah,
I'd be interesting. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, I mean, I love endurance racing, so if you get to do both sides, I don't know, it's just a bit weird. Like,
I recommend checking out the Traction video because it sort of shows how it could be, and to me it looked quite boring, but maybe it will, because F1 Manager did terribly, right?
Good. Should have just been baked into the F1 game.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's a tricky line to draw. There is a way to make stuff like that interesting, but you've got to really produce a very good game.
I mean, endurance racing isn't a popular field, so an endurance racing manager game, you're really getting very niche.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
iRacing have released their adaptive AI.
So it went a bit under the radar. Like, I know they said it was coming. Well, today a little patch went out to, again, fix debris and lighting. This is update, I think it's 800 since the release of debris and lighting. No, I mean, at least they're working on it, right? But yeah, adaptive AI launched today, a couple of hours ago. It reads, Adaptive AI is the all-new system that provides each iRacer an AI racing experience that is tuned to their individual preferences and desired level of challenge. Rather than tuning difficulty percentages with Adaptive AI, you choose whether they're looking for a low, medium, or high level of challenge. This experience is dynamic and tuned to each iRacer. So one racer's level's low might be another racer's medium. Oh, that's clever. I didn't realise that. What Adaptive AI is built for iRacers of all abilities. It does have a sweet spot that is possible that some of the fastest racers might exceed the pace of the system can provide. So a 12k driver putting it on hard is still easy.
Yeah.
As with all iRacing systems, Adaptive AI will continue to evolve and improve as we collect and incorporate more iRacers feedback. They did mention it's only coming to single-player AI. And you might be thinking, David, what else do you mean? I mean, we all forget it does work on... AI works in hosted events.
Yeah, you can add AI
I've never
drivers.
seen one. I've never done one. I've never seen anyone who's done it where you have 15 real people and 15 AIs.
I'm part of the Formula 1 Championship hosted by Chaz Jacob, and I think there has been talk that if we lose entries as the season goes on, because a big thing in this series is that we replicate the 1998 F1 season, that if a Stewart drops out, they'll add in another Stewart as an AI driver. Hasn't happened yet, but that's the closest I've seen it being used.
Well, now it's adaptive. Well, we'll be. They said they're going to bring it to hosted.
So a Stewart would need to be put low, but then, I mean, but what's that compared
No idea.
to?
I assume
mean,
the
obviously it's not
average
there
of the
yet.
field.
Yeah.
Like the soft.
Yeah, maybe
Like-
it will never be added. I don't know. If it's not there now, then maybe they don't have any ideas. But yeah. But yeah, so do check that out. I'll probably check it out, and I think I really like this feature. I hate the idea of like getting into a car and track that I haven't driven before, and I'm like, so I think I'm usually 91, but I think because it's a new track, I'll put it to 82, and then I do 5 laps, and then I'm too fast for 82. So
Sure.
okay, I'll change it to 82. If it can just be adaptive, then I would appreciate that.
So I've never really used AI until recently, with these PESC events being at Saxon Ring and insert random name that I've never driven before. Learning the track on your own is one thing, but learning the racing lines, where to brake, where to overtake, where to defend, the AI's helped me. I went into my first AI race and I was making huge mistakes battling it out. Second AI race, I wasn't making any of those mistakes. So it was nice to head into PESC and make the mistake. No, learn from my mistakes and not make any mistakes, of course.
Yeah. Do the second race, not the first.
Oh,
race
yeah, that's
again,
definitely how it went. Definitely.
So yeah, do check that out. Moving on to Apex Racing Team, we got PECC GB at Donington this weekend. It is the penultimate round of the championship. It's my last round of the championship, so arguably it's the last round of the championship.
How come?
Really.
Can't make the last round.
It's my nephew's 3rd birthday.
He knows how lucky he is to have
honestly, I'm happy to
a
have the
semi-professional.
He cheers me on. His parents put on the race, and he says, "Go go!" My name, my name is Uncle Giraffe.
Oh,
because story about that was someone, maybe one of these videos or maybe another broadcast said that I had a long neck in a bullying manner, and so
you ran with it.
I ran with it. So he'll say, "Go go, Uncle Giraffe," whilst he's watching my races. So that's better motivation than anything else, because I hate driving the car. Yeah, it's my last round. It will be a fun race though on Sunday. It's 2 races, but the second race we have the weather fixed, and it's going to rain midway through the second race.
And where's this? Donington.
Donington. Pat going to well, actually, I probably shouldn't say. I don't think it's really that insightful for people, but I guess I shouldn't say exactly what the strategy is expected to be. But yeah, it will be good. They're 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the championship. I'm 8th in the AMS. So we'll see how it matches up. I need to get a lot of... If I'm going to win the title and I'm not doing the last round, some things are going to have to
You need to
happen.
win, and every other driver needs to be disqualified from the series.
From the series.
Not from the race.
I'm really hoping something goes down in the last round. I'm not going to be there, but I'm hoping I'm just going to open it up and say, you know what? All you guys who did the last round, you don't deserve it. We're going to give it to Sam because he cares about his nephew. So yeah, that's will happen. Watch that on Rennsport. Also, we've got PESC at Thruxton this weekend. So
No, we had. Did you say we? Oh, yeah, we had it. Sorry, I misheard you. Carry on.
Oh, I've got confused with.
No, we had Thruxton's been and gone.
I did.
Yeah, definitely. I was traumatized.
Wait, was that last weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that. How did it go? I was going to say I was going to give you all my tips.
Oh no.
How did you find it? Because
I
it's
enjoyed
a weird track in terms of the track limits.
It took me a little while to grasp at the understeer in those their long right sweeps. Some of the corners are a little strange to learn the mechanics of. I got it down. I was happy. This is where I ran a bunch of AI races. My first race went solid. Qualifying was pretty solid. First round was solid. I think I finished where my skill level put me. And then race 2 came around. So I finished, I think, 5th, in the first race. So second race, I was 5th from last. Sorry. Yeah. 5th from last. But I had all the fast guys behind me. And Thruxton was quite tricky. I was actually quite a bit quicker than everyone in front. So I'm thinking I'm in a really good spot here, that this could be the one. Oh my God. I got a little bit excited. I did spin up the rears a little bit at the standing start, which is petrifying in these cars. Because not only is it slow, that the next corner, your tyres are...
Yeah, you're going to have no grip, yeah.
Yeah. And then, so not only do I blow my start, you have to make that choice. Do I pick the right lane or the left lane? I picked the right lane, and it went slow. Lost the position. Switched to the left lane, it went slow. I came out of turn 2 last. All of the fast... This is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
All of them have cleared me. So I just had to follow them through and pick off as many positions as I could. But yeah, race 2 I did think I could really finish strong. I think I could have. I don't know. I don't want to say it because I don't deserve it, but I really felt like this was the one. I knew overtaking was quite easy here if you had speed over them. But it is where it is. I enjoyed it though. It was just tricky. You had to be full concentration.
Yeah.
Because you're asking so much of the car.
Yeah,
and that last chicane,
what is the line? What is the track limits there?
Yeah, and a millimetre wrong, and your car just does weird stuff. You really want to just do the repetitive thing that you've been practicing.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed the challenge.
Well, it was a great round for the... certainly for Luke. Luke managed to get a race win.
Yep.
In the sprint race, and then P7, of course, it's a reverse grid of 8, so to gain any place in the reverse grid is strong, because overtaking, for those guys at least, is always going to be tricky round there. Not a great round for Alejandro and Johan, but a really good round for Luca, and I think that will really boost his chances at maintaining his license for next year and getting some decent prize money. So, we've got a question in chat.
I hope so. I'm doing this league where I picked the Ferrari because Le Mans and Monza combined. I was like, okay, Ferrari.
Monza combined?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And there's a lot of Acuras with their stupid short gear stack.
Sure.
But they destroyed me. The Acuras destroyed me at VIR, destroyed me at Portimao. But it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Do you think you might actually win?
I'm not great at Le Mans. I'm okay at Le Mans. I don't think I'm 6K at Le Mans. But if I don't serve any slowdowns and I'm smart and I find someone to work with, then yeah, I don't know. There are a couple of boys in this league that are stupid fast, but if you're in an Acura, then yeah, you just move out my way. I'm coming. I won't even need your draft.
You are running chicanes, right? On the on the Marsan, yeah.
But yeah, they're hitting their limiter on their own.
Sure. Yeah.
On their own. Yeah, no, I've got another gear. It's like, actually in the movie where I shift a gear and
yeah. Need for speed style.
Yeah. No, we'll see. I've only done 2 laps. I spent longer taking a photo. But it's Le Mans, what am I going to learn?
Yeah.
And it's a fixed set, so I've got a ton of wing, So it is a strange...
Okay, so overtaking will be very possible then.
Yeah.
Yeah, strong slipstream.
It's the slowdowns, though. That's the only thing I'll be practicing after this tonight. It's because they're brutal.
So I think that's everything in Apex Racing team covered. Oh, so we didn't talk about Rennsport. So Rennsport round 1 was on Friday.
A Spa.
And it was all right. Jamie had a good result, managed to get into the semi-finals. The others, unfortunately, got knocked out in the knockout rounds. But the next round is at Monza. So we wish the best of luck for them on that. it could be quite a chaotic round, I guess, with Monza. But Jamie, because the last online race, I guess that we did at Monza, unless I get all the years mixed up. Basically, Jamie nearly won at Monza in a previous season. I know that, and finished second in the end, but was arguably the fastest driver. He always doesn't like Spa, and I think generally the guys prefer Monza. So hopefully they could be up there.
Yeah, I mean, round one looked tough. I didn't love the draft. The pole sitter never had an advantage. Hopefully it's just Spa specific, but I found it awfully weird that you'd be pole, you take T1, Rouge Rally on. At the end of the straight, the leader is fighting for fourth, not second. Like, the second row, nigh on overtook or alongside the leader every time, and it's just looked a bit weird.
Yeah.
You can say it's draft, but how does the other lane do that? Like, it was just too much. The leader was completely losing out, defending for your life against fourth, and you polled it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know we all like draft, but once the racing got going, it just felt like that wasn't in place. It was just a disadvantage for the leader, always on lap one. I don't know what mechanic is wrong, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me. But yeah, I mean, nothing went wrong. It ran quite well. I wish there was a step up on the broadcast quality. I was hoping there would be, but it does look like just powered it back on after a year of it being off.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a bit different, doesn't it?
The overlays have been tidied up.
Yeah.
There was no lap times on the overlay, which is a bit weird. We finally had qualifying deltas.
Yeah.
But there was no like when they crossed the line, there was nothing.
Sure.
Which is, or I always like that if a driver's on the move, and I don't know, but I enjoyed it. I watched the broadcast.
I mean, you said nothing went wrong. I mean, I was looking at some of the drivers send messages, and some of them did have issues.
Oh,
in their
broadcast wise, then.
Broadcast wise, yeah, they avoided it, but yeah, a few drivers. I mean, it's always like the little bits. Well, some of the bits I got kicked from the game in practice, but like some of the bits are like force feedback was lower in qualifying. I don't know why. So, but I think we've been hearing that since season 1. So, once again, shout out to the Apex Racing League Touring Car Britain 2025. New series starting up if you're a fan of TCRs or the BTCC, or just want to take part in a cool series that emulates a real life series, which I don't think happens all the time in sim racing. This is your opportunity to take part. So just go to apexracingleague.com. Already got plenty of signups. So yeah, join the grid today. And that's everything I had on the notes. I did have a look at the Apex Racing TV clips, but there was one clip which I found quite funny, but it wasn't really, arguably wasn't appropriate in the moment, and probably not appropriate to repeat either. So that was about it. Was there anything else you wanted to mention?
No, obviously down in the comments if you want to see us play Mario Kart and Release with our own switches each.
Yeah.
It all funded, and we get a big screen, and basically just a 3-4 hour competition.
Yeah, that's how your game. Because yeah, your other half has probably said we're not getting that. So you've said
she did find it a little bit of a surprise because she was thinking I'd say 40 quid, 50 quid, 60, 80. No, I said it's like 480 to get the game.
Yeah, and you'll want to play as well. So
and I want the TV dock.
Yeah. So yeah, quite a bit of money. But yeah, if we can get it done on business expenses, then that's.
Correct. Winner takes all. Winner takes it home. So that's my plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to practice.
So yeah, basically if people just comment enough, then we'll have an excuse to get it and you'll be able to see us play it.
100%.
So that is pretty much it for us. Of course, make sure to like the video or leave a review for the podcast. Share it to anyone who you think might be interested in it as well. And, we'll see you back in another 7 days' time. And, see you on the next episode of The Late Apex. See you then.
Ciao.